There is without a doubt a ton of great things to look forward to coming in the 4.7 patch that many of us have had the privilege to test in Evocati. We have the new Rock Cracker sandbox event similar to Stormbreaker and Hathor sites, as well as the QV breaker stations and just a general evolution to Nyx that we've all been waiting for. And then of course, crafting gameplay and the new inventory system that we hope to see as well. But I think that by far, without a doubt, the most exciting thing to me are the big changes to the Moth and the Mole. I won't waste any time, my friends. The Mole got its gold pass. It got its glow up. It's all growed up. And I know a lot of us were hoping that this would happen after seeing the Moth and the changes that they made to the chassis of this ship with the cargo elevator, the engineering terminal, the physicalized components, the general modernization of this ship build. And I was so happy to see that it actually got carried over to the Mole for 4.7. We have the amazing cargo elevator instead of the old, cramped, confined space that we would stuff our boxes in. We've got the physicalized components up front. We even got the engineering terminal right there on that forward ladder. I had heard the rumor, but when I went and actually confirmed this for myself, I could have cried. I was so happy. A lot of you have seen my solo Mole guide. Rest assured, that will be getting updated as soon as we are out of Evo and I can actually show you that gameplay. What you're seeing in this video, of course, is 4.6 gameplay, showing the Moth and then the Mole, how they compare, and some testing I did on the Moth to see what it will be like with the gold passed Mole. Before getting to that Mole testing, I do think that it is important to bring up that there are in fact fixes to the Moth as well that we've all wanted. 11 fixes in the patch notes. We've got our fix to the salvage and hull scraping. We've got our fix to the pilot losing control when the vehicle's exterior cargo bay is full. We even seem to have the fix where the co-pilot will hopefully no longer take priority control over the vehicle when they hop into that seat. There were in total about 11 fixes that I caught on the patch notes, and then apparently a funny new issue where you could actually munch yourself when fracturing and trying to disintegrate out of the Moth. I didn't get to test that myself, but I've heard about it. That's pretty funny. We are in early PTU Evo. That will no doubt get fixed. I'm sure the last thing they want are more Moth issues. Now, as you can imagine, as soon as I saw the changes to the Mole, I got some ideas. I had already said in my coverage of the Moth that I love the idea of being able to take out an ATLS Geo with me so I can do everything while I'm out there. I can mine asteroids, I can go down to moons and mine rocks, I can whip out the Geo and mine the smaller stuff that the rock or the Geo would get, your Hadonite, Baradom, Fenvaline, Glycosite, all this stuff, and easily throw a 1, 2, however many SU store crate you want in the back to carry your extra gadgets, modules, medical supplies, whatever you might need for your mining journeys. What also became rapidly apparent is the ability to add Argo bags. We've had discussions about the Mole and its quantity in my org quite a bit, including yesterday, where the idea that maybe a 50% increase to the overall size would be great, and that is actually what you can technically get if you cram 4 Mole bags into the cargo elevator. You bump up to 144 SCU of total carrying capacity before you go back home. Now, that said, there are some pretty big problems with this. As you can see here, I'm struggling to get these bags out once I've gotten them in. In fact, you cannot pull them out. As we've seen with the finicky issues with 8 SCU boxes getting them in and out, the Mole bags are even worse because they're even taller. The only way to get them in was to roll them sideways and then grid them. As far as getting them out, I didn't think I was going to be able to. I thought I was going to have to claim the ship until I had a big brain moment and decided to actually go up inside, hold on to one of the bags as I dropped the elevator so it would stay up, and then I was able to place it on top and shimmy the other ones out. So you can do it. It's going to be a pain in the rear, man, but you can do it. I think that my method is going to be what I tried a little later, where I threw the Geo on with 2 Mole bags and a little 1 SU carrying some stuff that all fit comfortably up top. And then I can, of course, move the Geo and the box around to get to the 2 extra bags without much hassle. So that's kind of the way to go. Or just bringing 3 bags and a, storage crate for you to throw some stuff in. As long as you have the ability to rotate those bags to get them out, that's pretty cool. I think that this is a big enough of a problem that it probably should be in the issue console. So once we're getting back into that testing, I'm going to throw that in there to see what happens. And while on the topic of issue console, I might also add the fact that the Mole, unlike the Moth, does not have the vacuum sealed doors on the port and starboard turrets. I'm not sure why. That looks like an oversight, so I am definitely going to put in some feedback there because I definitely think those turrets should have the same doors that the Moth has to actually keep the cabin pressurized and to prevent people from just being able to egress through those turrets, which you can currently do. All that said, I am so excited, man, to finally see the Mole getting some love. One of many ships that I know we need desperate love in the verse, but we're seeing progress. Gone are our days of trying to shove our store all boxes up into the elevator and into that tiny cavity. Now we get that wonderful cargo elevator. So I am looking forward to this. Again, a video about the mole coming out once it's got its gold pass. We'll hit everybody with a guide on all the ways that you can use it, the tricks that I've learned for maneuvering stuff, and hopefully some further fixes that make putting bags and stuff in and out of there a little bit easier, including maybe our Geo preventing itself from cooking our bag since it wants to turn its thrusters on randomly. So we'll see what happens there. As always, guys, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Are you excited for the gold passed mole? Or are you just excited to see all the fixes on the moth? Let me know what you're thinking, and I will catch you in the next video. Take care.